Hey, bus bench babes, are you racing around like maniacs in the morning, always running late, dropping your kids off late, and like making it to appointments with literally 1 second to spare? You're going to want to listen to this podcast episode with me here today. I'm going to talk about how I really set my mornings up for success. And man, has it been a game changer in how smooth my days run. Join me for my top 3 tips and let's dive in.
You're listening to the Girl Get Your Face Off a Bus Bench podcast, where we invite you to check your ego at the app, grab a cup of coffee, and get ready to dive into all things real estate marketing, social media, friendship, hardship, love, money mindset, and all the things that celebrate you as a badass boss babe.
We're here to encourage you, show up for you, give you a loving kick in the pants when you need it most, and be your soft place to land on the hardest of days. So pull up a seat at our table and get ready to be inspired and start living your best life by design.
Welcome to the Girl Get Your Face Off a Bus Bench podcast. We are so excited you're here.
Okay, girls, let's dive in. Hey girls, this is Beth here, and I'm going to do a solo episode talking about how to set your mornings up for success. Have you ever had one of those mornings where you're like, oh my God, I'm running late, I overslept, I just can't get my life together, I'm a hot mess, you're trying to get the kids out the door, just like any number of things. You have to have presentation ready for an appointment with clients, and everything feels like a total hot mess. This is what we're going to chat about today, girls. I'm going to share 3 of my tips that I use to set my mornings up for success. And this was not a natural thing that came to me. This was something that I really started implementing in the last, I would say 5 years. I've been pretty diligent with this, with these things that I'm going to share today. And it feels like my days run so much smoother when I have a plan, when I have a strategy, and when I start my day out powerfully. I don't like to start my day out frazzled. If it's at all within my power, that is not how I like to live my life. So let's jump in. My 3 things. Number 1, I was introduced to a book called The Miracle Morning, and it comes in 2 editions. We're going to link this book in the show notes, so don't worry about having to write it down if you're in the car right now. The book is called The Miracle Morning, and I have the one that's Miracle Morning for real estate agents. So there's 2 separate ones. I haven't read the first one. I've only read the real estate related one, but they're a super easy read. You could read it in a couple of hours. And the principles of the book are, they use an acronym SAVERS. So like SAVERS, SAVERS. So I'm just going to buzz through, and I don't do these to a T, but I do them pretty regularly. And oh man, they really set me up for success. The first one is silence. And I have always been a person, I really, really love quiet in the morning. I don't have kids, so I have a big bonus because my house is a lot quieter than my friends that have kids. But I really like peace and quiet in the morning. I don't turn on music. I don't generally turn on podcasts. I'm usually the first one up in my house. Mark usually sleeps in a little bit later than I do, but I love just the peace and quiet of the morning. And sidebar, one of the things that I love is just waking up naturally to natural sunlight. We don't shut the blinds in our bedroom window. That was sort of a new thing too. So especially spring, summer, early fall, before the days start getting shorter again, I love getting up when it's light outside. So 5:30 in the morning, I'm awake and my body is like, well, I'm ready to go. Let's do this. So the peace and quiet of the morning really just sort of feeds my soul. The A stands for affirmations. And I'm not usually one that, I don't usually do verbal affirmations I'll take that back. I do them every once in a while, but I don't do affirmations out loud regularly. It's more of I'll read something several times and just really make it stick. But affirmations is something that they recommend in the book. Visualization is what the V stands for. This isn't really part of my morning routine. I don't sit and like visualize my life 5 years from now. That's something that I do quarterly. I visit that idea quarterly or so, but I don't do that as part of my morning routine. But I do know people that do a lot of visualization exercises in the morning, and they say like, holy cow, it really changes the game. So maybe I need to take my own advice here and add that part into my daily routine and make that part of my morning. The E stands for exercise. And I love this saying that says, work out in the morning before your brain has time to compute that you're actually working out. And this is totally my philosophy. I have been that person that I'm going to, go about my day, and then I'm going to go work out in the evening. And I just can't stay on that train. I don't stay motivated. At the end of the day, when I'm spent or my day spirals out of control and I have showings or meetings at 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night, the last thing I want to do is go to the gym at 9 o'clock. I mean, like, girls, can you feel me? Like sounds like drudgery to me. So I really do. I like to work out in the morning. And now, since I've got a Peloton, I don't even have to brush my teeth. I don't have to try to look cute and presentable at the gym. I don't have to even have matching workout clothes or even matching socks. It literally doesn't matter. I throw on whatever I can grab and walk down the hall and jump on the bike. And by the time I'm like halfway awake, I'm like, oh, I'm done with my workout. That was so dang easy. So that having a Peloton in the house has been a game changer. But even just going to the gym first thing in the morning before you have time to even figure out that your body is moving and you're burning calories, really, really changed things for me. I've heard a couple of weird life hacks that I have not tried, but other people have said it's super successful. Someone has said, put your workout clothes literally right next to your bed, or your workout shoes right next to your bed. So when you get out of bed, you're tripping over your shoes. And so it's basically like guilting you into it. Like put me on and go for a walk or go for a run or whatever. I have a girlfriend that sleeps in her workout clothes. So she puts on her sports bra and her whatever she works out in, and that's her pajamas. So when she gets out of bed in the morning, she doesn't even have to get dressed. I'm like, well, that's kind of genius. I've never gone that far, but I can see how that would be super beneficial. You get out of bed, and if you look in the mirror, you're like, oh, crap. I actually have to go work out because I'm already dressed to do it. So exercise has been a game changer when I started doing that in the morning. The R stands for reading. I love to read. I usually read a chapter or two every morning, and it's usually a self-help or motivational book, or a devotional type book. And I usually just have one going at a time, and I will read a chapter every day. And it's generally Monday through Friday. I kind of take the weekends off when it comes to that sort of thing. But 5 days a week, I'm reading a chapter. And it's amazing how many books you can get through a year just reading a chapter a day. And it's so easy. And it's just a great way to sort of add extra knowledge, add extra good stuff into your brain that, I can think about throughout the day and be like, oh yeah, I really need to revisit that, or I need to do a deeper dive on that subject or that topic. So that's been really, really pivotal. Can't even talk here today. Pivotal for my day. The S for savers stands for scribing, which feels like such an old-timey, funny, weird word. But basically it just means journaling. I talk about this on social media all the time. I am a huge proponent of gratitude journaling. I fill up gratitude journals every single year. So I always have one going. It's not usually anything special. It's not usually a specific journal for gratitude. I know there's a lot of gratitude planners out there. It isn't even anything that fancy. It's literally just a little journal, and each day has its own day. And sometimes I write a few things. Sometimes I write a whole page full of things. But because I do it in the morning, I am writing essentially what I was grateful for from the day before. And so then all throughout my day, I'm thinking of okay, well, I'm going to be gratitude journaling about this the next day. So I really need to be mindful of okay, what am I going to be thankful for? Or the little things. I'm thankful that Leah brought me a cup of coffee when we had our meeting. Coffee is Leah's love language, Leah on our team. I'm thankful that Sarah and I were able to have a day in the office together. Like just little things that might just be a simple part of my day, but I'm really thankful for that kind of stuff. I know yesterday or this morning, when I gratitude journaled, I journaled that I'm thankful for fresh cut grass. It took Mark a bit to get our riding lawnmower all set up for the season, swap it out from the snowplow to the riding lawnmower. And I like something that just I love is like those fresh stripes in the grass. Is anyone like me where they're a psycho about that? I love that every week Mark changes up the pattern. It's supposed to help the grass grow better and more full and thick, but I just like the change up of the pattern because it makes the yard look really cool. So that was something that I wrote in my gratitude journal. Like I love the smell of fresh cut grass and I love how pretty our yard looks with it's freshly cut. So something super simple like that. You don't have to overcomplicate it. Number 2, water, nutrition, and my body. Girls, just be honest. Like I'm a work in progress in this category for sure. Hand up, like Beth, Peterson, Randall, am a work in progress. I bought a big jug on Amazon that has it has 7 a.m. I have my water jug literally right in front of me as I'm talking to you girls. So 7 a.m., good morning. 9 a.m., do it for yourself. 11 a.m., keep going. But this gigantic jug of water is a super great reminder. I fill it up fresh every morning. It's sitting on my desk. And if I'm feeling super duper motivated, I'll fill it up a second time or I'll have some other water products along the way. Sometimes I get like so sick and tired of water. I feel like I'm being waterboarded. I'll put flavoring in it, like some non-sugary flavoring, a lot of fresh lemon. Like I try to always have that on hand just so I can get my waters in and not have it feel like drudgery. So drinking a lot of water in the first thing in the morning. So I love decaf coffee. I'm a Starbucks gal through and through. Trying to drink less of them because I love it with heavy cream and stevia. And I try to do intermittent fasting, so I don't eat breakfast, but you get thrown out of fasting if you have cream in your coffee. So I don't know, girls. I'm not grown up enough to drink black coffee. I don't know. I don't think I'm ever going to be there. So in the first thing in the morning, if I really want something warm, I'll heat up, I'll do tea. I have a bunch of awesome decaf teas here at the house. Or I'll also just heat up hot water and put a bunch of lemon in it. And it is good for getting your intestines moving. If you're feeling backed up, this might be a little TMI. Drink a glass of hot lemon water in the morning and you'll be pooping in about 20 minutes. So hopefully that's not too much information for you girls, but I don't know what it does, but it does the trick, sort of like what coffee does. So hot water with lemon in the morning. I drink tons of water throughout the day and most of the time, no breakfast, and I follow intermittent fasting. I feel like if I eat breakfast in the morning, which I will do kind of like Saturday, Sunday mornings periodically, then, and I get up early. I don't think I talked about what time I get up. My alarm is usually set for like 5 a.m. If I have a lot of stuff to do in the morning, it will be 4:30. But generally speaking, my alarm is set for 5. I snooze it maybe 1 or 2 times, but usually out of bed 5:15, 5:30 at the latest, and really like get my day going. But if I get up and ate breakfast first thing in the morning, at 5 o'clock or 5:30, I literally would be ready for lunch at 9. I don't need 5 or 6 meals in my day. Like, no way, no how. So I really don't eat anything food related until 11 or noon, something like that. So that's where it is. But I really need to get my act together and keep more of a clean diet. Less sugar, less carbs, and I always feel like I'm a work in progress over there. So you guys can, I hope someone out that's listening to this podcast is like, yeah, that's me too. I won't feel like I'm alone in that. The number 3 thing that I do is I get up and I get ready every day. even during the pandemic, generally speaking, on the weekends, I do the same thing. So I said, I'm up early and getting after the Peloton ride, I don't like to work out midday and be super sweaty. That's another reason that I like working out first thing in the morning and getting re-sweaty and having my makeup drip off my face in the middle of the day. It's just not my jam. I know a lot of people are really successful with working out over lunch. It just hasn't proved to be a successful method for me personally, but I like to get up, ride the Peloton, and then do my miracle morning routine and then get in the shower and get ready. Makeup on, my hair is done, lipstick, lip gloss on every single day. I don't know what it is. I feel like it's some sort of psychological thing that if I'm sitting at my desk and like on a Saturday morning or something and I'm in pajamas or a hoodie and no makeup, I don't know. I don't know if it's, I feel like I'm not bringing my A game or something. There's something psychological to it. And I have absolutely no idea if there's any science or anything behind it, but I just feel like I'm not ready to tackle the day if I haven't showered, if I haven't brushed my teeth, and I'm looking like a hot mess. So every day, even during the pandemic, working from home, Beth party of one when we were in quarantine, Mark is in law enforcement, so he had to go to work every day. So I was here by myself every single day, and I got up at my normal time, got ready, did my hair, jewelry on, wedding ring, watch, earrings, some sort of necklace. I mean, girls, come on, face it. We're on a Zoom like almost every single day. I don't want to show up to a Zoom looking like a hot mess. Someone can see if I have lipstick on or not. So yeah, I totally get ready every single day. I might have yoga pants on the bottom, but I am ready where if someone called and said, hey, I would love to, this house just hit the market and I want to see it in an hour. Oh, heck yeah. All I have to do is potentially change my outfit and I'm ready to walk out the door. Same thing. Someone wants to have a listing appointment. I can make that happen and I can be walking out the door within minutes. So it's nice not having to shower and do all that like, oh crap, now what? I'm not ready for an appointment. I thought I was going to have an office day. Even if I'm planning on having an office day, or like today I'm recording podcast. I'm ready to go. I've got lipstick on. I've got my favorite earrings on. I've got my B monogram necklace. Like I'm here and I brought my A game. So yeah. So what do my weekends look like? I generally get up early on the weekends. Let's be honest. We're in real estate. A lot of you are in real estate, and you're probably showing homes and out busy working, meeting with clients over the weekend. And even if I have a weekend where I'm not doing that, I still love to get up early. Saturday and Sunday mornings when my whole neighborhood is quiet, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, the sun is shining. I'll even heat up. Okay, I do have coffee a lot of times earlier on the weekends. So I'll heat up a hot cup of lemon water, or maybe I'm going to have my cup of coffee earlier in the morning on the weekends. I'll take it and go sit on my deck and just take in sounds of nature, birds chirping. We have tons of wild turkeys in our neighborhood. There will be deer passing through the neighborhood. And it is one of the most magical times of the day. If you're not a morning person, I would encourage you to set your alarm, force yourself to get up early and see the magic that you're missing out on. Did you know it's light out at 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:30 in the morning now here in Minnesota? It's one of my favorite things I love about summer is how long our days are and how early in the morning that we have light. It's magical. So ladies, these are my 3 top tips. If you have never read the Miracle Morning book, I encourage you to pop on Audible or download it and pick it up. It's super, super easy to get through. And it's full of things. You already know how to do this, but it gives you great examples and stories about how to really make the SAVERS acronym work in your life. And set your morning up for success. I truly feel like the times in my life when I was sleeping in till noon, not getting ready for the day until I was ready to go out, I feel like those were the days back in my 20s when I'm like, my days just felt like a total train wreck. I just felt like I wasn't in control of my days. Like my days were running me instead of me running my days. Our team has talked about, the BPR experience has talked about this Miracle Morning book also. And Sarah on our team, she was a self-proclaimed night owl and not a morning person. And she said that she is retraining her body to get up earlier in the morning, really to get a routine going, working out, gratitude journaling, having her cup of coffee and her quiet time in the morning and, prayer and reflection time. And she's like, oh my gosh, it's so different. My days feel really, really structured, like she's really in charge of them. And so I firmly believe that even if you say that you're a proclaimed nighttime owl, you could really be a morning person, but it's going to take some time. It's not going to happen overnight. You got to give yourself grace. Creating new habits and new structure, it's just isn't natural for any of us right out of the gate, I don't think. So yeah, instead of running around like a maniac in the morning, setting yourself up for success and give yourself grace. Not every day is going to be perfect. Not every day of mine is perfect. Every once in a while, I will sleep in on a weekend until like 9 or 10 o'clock and I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, how did that happen? And honestly, I feel like I have less hours in that day, but sometimes that's what my body needs. So you have to honor what your body needs and what your body wants. And it's not always going to be like, hey, pop out of bed at 5 in the morning. But I really feel like if you can set yourself up and have a powerful morning routine and really, really find what works for you. What works for me is probably not all going to work for you. Maybe you just take a couple of tips and tricks from this podcast episode and really start jazzing up your morning, or maybe you're just going to have to slowly transition to become a morning person. I just think any movement in that direction can really set you up for success. So that's it, ladies. Thanks for joining me on this solo episode. I hope you're able to pick up a couple of tips and tricks that you can incorporate into your mornings and make your days run more smoothly instead of your days running you. So thanks for being here, and remember to keep your face off a bus bench and keep being a badass boss babe.
Okay, girls, are you feeling as inspired as we are? We're over here cheering you on because you just finished another episode of the Girl Get Your Face Off a Bus Bench podcast.
If you want more, head over to girlgetyourfaceoffabusbench.com for show notes and more episodes. And don't forget to subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. They mean the world to us, and they're what keep us going.
Girl, thanks for being here.